Anyways, what's up, everybody? We're back. But we missed y'all to take a little week of hiatus. But we back for another banger video with y'all today. Got with me today, I got Nick.
Strange.
Yes, thank you. Bring up the flame again. Yes, burn that freaking jersey. We got JT, flame. And then we got a man holding a basketball. I don't know why he's holding it. He don't know what to do with that. Anyway.
He's not a hooper.
He's
not a hooper.
Not at all. I don't know why he'd be holding that. Like, he knows what to do with it. But,
That's the guy who said he's willing to take Jamal Crawford on a one-on-one situation with confidence. So, yeah, he's not a hooper.
Yeah. Allen Iverson. Okay.
Right.
Steph Curry. Okay. All right, cool.
See that. I don't know who would
you had to go check out one of our OBs to see that one. Okay.
That's 1v1. Who would want to do that?
He just dropped 50, didn't he? 50 and 10?
Yeah, I'm definitely taking Steph Curry on one-on-one. Okay.
25 points in the quarter one time, 9 for 9, right?
Crazy, man. Who would want to do that? Who would do such a thing? Anyways, we're here today because we're not talking about Steph Curry. We ain't talking about nobody else, but there are some players in this league who are coming up, who are getting better. Last year, the man who took this trophy home, he deserved it, and then he showed why he should have been taken away from it in the playoffs. Julius Randle winning Most Improved Player. This year, we got some people coming out hot. And this should be a no-brainer. The hottest of them all right now is Ja Morant. Ja Morant has come out this season scorching. I don't know who inspired him. I don't know what's going on or how much work he's been putting in the lab. But Ja Morant's that dude. And he's been that dude. And we were talking about this before we jumped on this. But I'm like, bro, he's been in the league for 3 years. Well, this is his third year. So 2 years in. And we recognize him as that guy. But I'm like, bro, as far as his stats go, this year is different. Especially if he can maintain it. There are other names on this list. And I'm going to let Dante speak first on whether or not who he believes is the most, who should get the most improved player or who is the most improved player to start this year at least.
Well, I should say it's not a no-brainer because this season is a bunch of people that has been hooping. So my top three is definitely Ja Morant, Miles Bridges, and Tyler Hero.
Okay.
Yeah. That's Miles Bridges is the reason why the Hornets are actually doing better this season. Tyler Hero, after having a pretty not so decent sophomore year, he's starting. He said he should be in the conversation with Ja Morant, Trey Young, and Luka last year. So now he proven it now. And as for Ja, I mean, like you said, the stats show it. He averaged 18 and 6. Now he's at 30 and 8. That if that's not improvement, I don't know what is. I don't know what else, how much more you can improve. It's not just from him scoring more, his jump shot, from his 3-point to his mid-range, his shot selection, and just him playing with his team, making his team better. That's the reason why I feel like he is the runner-up and will win Most Improved Player by the end of the season.
And then he folded versus the Lakers. Yeah. Okay.
Ooh, Ja Morant.
Okay. That's cool. And as you've seen the next game, what he do? Did he not win for them? It's all about obstacles. It's roller coasters, man. You take some adversity. It's how you deal with it, and he dealt with it by dropping more buckets and helping the team win.
Losses.
Exactly. It's a loss in the regular season. In the beginning of the season, you get punched
in the mouth. You got to come back and respond.
So
does.
I mean, he asked you this, Dante. Does records influence you winning Most Improved?
No, because
yes and no. Only reason why, because records influence you winning MVP. So if records going to influence you winning Most Improved, then I guess so too. I don't think it should, because these awards are individual awards and records. I mean, even though your individual play can affect your team record, but nah.
Nah, we seen how much the records impact MVP because Steph Curry easily should have been MVP, but he wasn't gonna get that bug because his team was bottom tier in the West.
A few people. It's a few times MVP was stolen, like when
Westbrook
Harden
got MVP as a fifth seed.
Like when Harden should have won MVP over Steph, when LeBron should have won it over Giannis. It's
don't even bring up LeBron and missed MVP conversations because there are so many cases where we literally fans got LeBron fatigued of him doing so great for so long. You know what? Somebody else got to get MVP because we can't just keep giving it to him every year. So that's what happened.
He only has 4.
He should have at least. He should have 7. I'll give him that. He should have 7. Minimum.
One defensive player of the year.
Minimum. But
records
since we said records can have an influence. Since you're saying records can have an influence.
I mean, they're doing it.
I'm gonna say this.
In every sport they do.
They do, but it shouldn't
Jordan Poole.
MIP.
I mean, yeah, I know. I mean, because it's not like the most accolade kind of award. Like it's like, here's most improved player, give you a round of applause, get back to what you're doing. It's not like, okay, this dude's the face of the league, winning MVP like Giannis did last year and like LeBron's been doing this past decade. So obviously the MVP is the primary individual award that somebody wants to win. Most improved player is kind of like, it's a nice award, but it ain't no MVP award.
I mean, but
it ain't something that you're aiming for.
Well,
you got to start somewhere though. Like you have to start like, gradually working your way up to those higher accoladed awards. So, I mean, it's a start. And that's where you want to – that's a good start to add to the trophy case.
What MIP is really saying is who is the – like, we argue about this stuff, but it's like a token for who is the best young player in the NBA. Or who is, like, the most –
a sleeper.
Who's, like, comeback player, like, improving every year. That's what we're looking at. And – now, I want to go to JT next because he said a name that Dante didn't say. Now, we already said Ja Morant. We already said Miles Bridges. We already said Tyler Hero. And looking at what
I got mine.
Look, what I'm seeing right now is those 3 names are pretty much the odds-on favorite. But names like Jordan Poole, names like Anthony Edwards, these are names we need to keep in our minds. Yeah, we have the top 3 right now, and the season is super early. But I want JT to speak on why he said Jordan Poole.
I thought you were calling me Jordan. I said, don't call me that fool.
I'm trying to say Jordan Poole and JT just got mixed up, okay? We don't care about
But anyways, Jordan Poole right now, in my opinion, I mean, he may not be on a lot of people's list, but he's on my list because he's a big reason for the Warriors' success. Steph is having great numbers. He putting up great stats. But remember, he did this last year. And we saw how that team did. With Steph dropping 40 and 50, he was still in close games losing. They're 9-1. Jordan Poole has been their second go-to while Klay's been recovering still. Jordan Poole going from about 8 to 9 points to about 16. He doubled his stats from last year. His influence, he's a go-to scorer right now for them. When Klay comes back, he's going to be potentially their 3rd or 4th option depending on how Wiggins moves. He's going to be that guy for them. Jordan Poole is the reason they beat the Lakers if we go back to that first game. Because Curry he said he's played trash. He shot 5 for 21 that game. Jordan Poole had dropped 20 and opened people's eyes like, oh, the Warriors may be back. Because before that, it was they got to wait till they get Klay. Now it ain't. They got to wait till they get Klay. Klay's only going to add on to what they've been doing. This is to revamp 2015 Warriors, and Jordan Poole is the reason for that.
Only problem I have with that, Ja Morant, face of that team. Miles Bridges, co-face of that team. Tyler Hero, big role on his team. Jordan Poole isn't the face of that team. And when Klay Thompson comes back,
4th option.
When Klay Thompson comes back, his touches are like I don't know how Jordan Poole. I feel like I've said this off camera so many times. Jordan Poole is playing. I feel like Jordan Poole is playing for his life. He's playing for minutes because he knows when Klay Thompson comes back, he has to prove that he should be on the floor. Because when Klay Thompson come back,
And not only is this Jordan,
healthy.
it's Damian Lee too.
Damian Lee and Jordan Poole both effective. Jordan Poole get more hype because everyone kind of knows Jordan Poole. We have a first-hand source right there. He knows what Jordan Poole could do. What he did to his Cougars a few years back. What was that, 2017?
We're not going to talk about that.
We're not
going to talk about that. Next conversation. Keep it moving. Keep it moving.
Jordan Poole days in Michigan, bro. Talk about that, bro.
Keep it moving.
Hey, that buzzer beater.
Keep it moving. I will blow a gasket. Y'all better keep it moving. Keep it going.
Is Jordan Poole not your favorite player? Is Jordan Poole not deserving of MIP, Nick?
I'm trying to hold it in. Y'all better keep going, man. I'm sorry. I'm not. It's not gonna happen.
Back to you, Ray.
This slide is on you, sir. Who do you think is deserving then? Who right now is showing you they're the most improved player in the league? Who been putting in that work to you?
Okay, so like I said earlier, I gotta go Jaylen Brown. He's become a dynamic threat, and he's giving Jason Tatum a run for his money as face of that franchise. And Jaylen Brown, like I said, he's improving his numbers every single year. And these are like drastic numbers in points per game, rebounds per game, assists per game. He's gradually increasing those numbers every single year. And the only thing that's really hounded him is injuries. If he can stay healthy, because like even the start this season, he's already kind of dealing with a few injuries that are kind of keeping him in and out of the lineup. If he can get that injury situation under control, he can be that dynamic threat alongside with Jason Tatum, and he can eventually take over that team because with his explosiveness and the way he's been shooting the ball lately and the way that he's been able to just craft his game so well in every aspect of the game, I mean, it's hard to match those numbers when you gradually keep improving like that every year. And then also, I have to agree with you as well on Anthony Edwards because Anthony Edwards just almost had a 50 bomb. I mean, dude is an absolute.
If we're just gonna keep it a buck, his team is just garbage. He's a hooper.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he is an absolute animal on the court. Dude is an absolute he's a machine. This dude is an explosive machine that can fly. And
won't be there long.
Man, that dude, hey, he's something else, man. That dude is a special talent that I haven't seen in a while. Dude can jump out the gym. Dude can score at will. Dude can do it all, really, man. And he's just really unfortunate to be on such a garbage team. Oh my God, they are abysmal.
Go back to your Jaylen Brown point, and I'm sliding this back to JT.
Mm-hmm.
The only argument I have against Jaylen Brown is hype. Everything you said about Jaylen Brown is correct. But we started this off with saying hype is a big factor in this award too.
It is.
We all know Jaylen Brown does not get the love or the hype he deserves.
Yep.
Because he's playing along against Jason Tatum. That is the downfall of why he is not getting the hype and the recognition he deserves. Anybody who plays basketball know he's a hooper. Anybody watching his stats know he's improving drastically. But he'll get that hype if he's playing alongside Jason Tatum. He's never going to get it.
I totally agree. And that's why I'm saying he's an emerging dynamic threat that can eventually get over that hump and be just as equal as Jason Tatum. But he's got to remain consistent in the lineup. If you think about it, Jason Tatum hardly misses a game. Jaylen Brown is consistently in and out of the lineup. So it's like if he stays healthy, never know.
JT.
Let me say this real quick on both your points. First, you said if Jaylen Brown is healthy. Our host, Mr. Raylan Knowles, tells me this a lot. We don't live in a what-if world.
I know. I mean, we don't live in a what-if world, but I'm just saying, if that was the case,
you can't be in. It's a lot of what-ifs for MVP. You can't do that. Anthony Edwards. Let me say this. He can make a case. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. That's why I asked, do wins matter? Before we start the convo, because if it wins didn't matter, he has a strong case. But let me add, this is a little off topic, but with he's going to be that guy in Minnesota. But I guarantee, because that team is not going to do anything in the West, he's going to leave at some point.
Like I said about LaMelo, he's going to make his name with that team and go somewhere else.
Hey, don't be surprised. I can see this happening. I can see him and Ja playing together in the future. Yeah, I'm gonna throw it out there.
Anthony Edwards? I don't know. They're both point guards, man.
Anthony ain't no point guard.
He off ball. He can play two.
Yeah, you can put Ja at the one, Anthony at the
He's
two.
not he's not a point guard though. If the ball is in his hands, he's trying to score.
Man, imagine the explosion with them two together. Golly.
But that's all I got on the topic.
I feel like they're more competitive. That they ain't gonna want to play together.
That's
Anthony Edwards.
I
You see him in the interviews.
Exactly. He talks too much. He's competitive already. So
I don't know. It's too early in their careers, but hey, y'all let us know what y'all think, man. It's super early in the season, but if we're just jumping on a hype train right now, Ja Morant is not a bad one to get on. Like, bro is he's absolute federal right now, and he's putting the Memphis Grizzlies on his back.
Yeah, without his second player too. Without Dylan.
JT, I called there. I told you before the season started. You're gonna win. You're gonna win something this year.
You did.
And if he doesn't win it, he's going to be an all-star. By either this year or next year.
I want to hear this bold prediction before we end this. If Ja Morant doesn't at least get MIP, what else can he take away home?
This season?
Yes, this year.
His first year being an all-star.
Third team.
You're calling right now.
NBA.
All-star.
Put him in the dunk contest.
He said he's never doing that.
He said he need a cash prize to do it, but he could be third team all NBA.
He's saying that he was just joking, bro. He's not gonna do that. He's not.
Yeah, I know. It's just with.
But you know what somebody is gonna do?
He's got it.
Jordan Poole will drop off the Celtics. I'm gonna call this. He gonna give y'all.
Right, let's get to the next segment before JT gets slapped in the face. Next segment. Y'all hit that like, comment, hit that subscribe button. It's gonna be some name drops.
Buzzer beater.
We've already talked
out the tournament.
Another video.
Bye.
Other things. See y'all.
Let's go Cougs.
Oh, get JT. Stop it. Stop.
Hope y'all enjoyed that video. Make sure you check out our older content on our page. But most of all, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and turn that notification button for future videos. See you guys in the next one.